All righty.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I better turn my
All righty. We are good. We are good to go. Let's get this monkey on the football, yeah?
Monkey fucking
So,
football.
all right. So I had all sorts of trouble here.
Make
Good
me.
morning, Sandy.
Let's get this monkey on the football.
That's hilarious.
I said last week that was going to be my new. I think that's going to be my new opener, my new opening statement. Let's go. All right, people. Let's get this monkey on the football.
Not the closer. It's the monkey humping the football.
Yeah.
All right, Mr.
Yeah, I had all sorts of trouble getting started here. So even what'd you say?
What, Ape?
What?
Huh?
Ape? What?
What?
What did you say?
Dude, you must be feeling
What?
way better.
All right, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if somebody has a lag or what, but you said something, and then I don't know what the hell happened to you. So, all right,
Testicle.
so we are here.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you sound okay. I'm not really sure. I don't know if you're going in and out or what, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. So I had all sorts of computer trouble here. It just would not.
Look, just give it a couple minutes. My house is going through a tunnel.
Booting up for shit for me. So
He lives in a
yeah, that's what it seems like.
He's in Kansas, man. He's like,
That's what it seems
tornado
like.
hit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so we got a couple things to talk about. Not a whole lot. I don't really want to beat a whole lot of things to death. I know, the FB tactical thing still floating around in some rooms, chats, and the Polymer 80 things floating around like crazy. I don't have a whole lot of insight into either of those more than anybody else has talked about. So we could talk about it, but I don't know how interesting it's going to be. If there's anything else out there that's popped up, I have not watched anything today, really. It's just been, I had to go into work today for a little while, and then came home and was just hanging out with the little guy, and we did a gingerbread house.
Cool.
It's your only day off, man.
Some
And he's stroking out.
stuff. Is it shitty?
Mad cow.
Can you guys hear me okay?
No.
Hey, don't be mad.
Thank you for calling Microsoft Technical Support. My name is Phil.
Can you guys hear me? Seriously or no?
It faded
Right
out there.
now.
I can hear you, man. I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
hear
you
right
fine.
now.
Okay.
You're back.
All right. Is it all right? Yeah. So we had a little brunch off-site thing that we had to cater for. Somebody was supposed to be in the restaurant, and as of midnight Friday / midnight Saturday morning, whatever you want to call it, 12 o'clock Saturday morning, we're not. Pennsylvania is not allowed to have dine in again. So they were supposed to come in and have cater it. We took it to them. So, whatever. He's saying, "Did you steal my internet?" It seems like it. I don't know what's going on. I've been having some trouble. I don't know if it's the internet or what's going on, but Moo, what's going on, buddy? How's it up there at the Snow Shack?
Up the old Love Shack. We're doing
Snow Shack.
We're doing good, man. Thanks. Yeah, I took my wife to my in-laws' house on Friday because she helps them drive down to Florida. They're down there for 3 months, and they got to tow a 8,000-pound, 30-foot boat down there. 26 hours.
8,000-foot boat.
So they did that. They got there tonight, and then they're only about an hour and a half from my dad's house. So I came over and surprised my dad, and we did up some ribeyes last night, and
nice.
watched some old Perry Mason and some bunch of old black and white shows today. It was pretty awesome. And,
cool.
Yep. So I'm just hanging out here till about Wednesday, and then heading back home. I got the next 2 weeks off, so it's awesome. I'm just I'm just chilling and grilling.
So you went on vacation you went on vacation so you could come home and be on vacation some more? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. My wife's gone for a week, so I decided to take vacation while she's gone.
Nice. Now, are you guys doing any hunting up there? Is anything in season? Or you guys just up there hanging out?
Oop, I missed that. What was that?
Are you guys? Is there any hunting up there right now, or are you guys just up there hanging out?
Oh, me and Dad, we're just hanging out. I
Mm-hmm.
was gonna go hunting, but I decided I was too lazy.
Yeah, right.
So we're just hanging out and cooking and watching old shows and chilling out.
So you don't have any windows in your camp? You can't just stay inside and still hunt? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
You don't have any gun ports in the
No,
side?
we could open up. I'd have to shoot through the screen, but we could get one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, we're just hanging out, man, watching old shows.
Some ports, so just in case.
Drinking homemade wine and
Nice. Very cool. Ape, what's going on, buddy?
it's what I call a vacation.
Not much. Getting all ready and not excited to have to go back to work on Monday, so.
Maybe you should get exposed again.
Mm-hmm.
No, they
There you
told me
go.
down at the courthouse that they don't have the staff to deal with me again, so I can't be exposing myself. And Moo, I'd just like to
Get you in
say
trouble.
that after all these years of saying that something as long as a 22 long rifle is 6 inches has finally caught up with you.
6 inches.
8,000 foot boat. The
Maybe
hell?
you can partially expose yourself.
No, they were pretty clear when they broke out the tasers the first time.
Just make it just like a little peeker. It's just a Cyclops.
No. Moo, you don't even know what the hell a Cyclops is without using a 100 power magnifying glass.
200.
Ouch.
I know, it just scraped the lens.
Gotcha. It's all scuffed up. I can't see nothing.
Is that the?
George, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much, man. Thanks for the invite. Good to be here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a slow day. Actually, it's been a fast day, but kind of a slow day. A lot of stuff to do around here, and that's about it. Nothing exciting, except for this cold front coming in. You're gonna be bracing in for some cold
What's the
weather.
weather like? Oh,
Yeah, it gets like it's
I was
gonna
just-
supposed to get. Yeah, it's gonna supposed to get on the 40s in the night at night, but in the day it'll warm up. But at night it'll just feel cold. Just like break out the blankets. Turn on the heater.
yeah. It's pretty chilly up here, man. We're supposed to get some snow on Wednesday, I guess.
Oh man, I remember when it snowed the first time, but the second time it flurried, man. I mean, it was like flurries, man. It was like just hitting everywhere, man. It looked awesome. I had like a little video on it, and I said it was flurrying, but it was kind of snowing, but I called it flurries, because it was really heavily snowing, but it just didn't snow enough to make everything white, and stuff. It stopped after a while.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Yeah. People freak out down there when it snows, or are they pretty excited about it?
Yeah, they jumped. I mean, the first time, I think it was 2004. It was Christmas Eve when it was rainy cold, and then all of a sudden it just started snowing, and everybody's just like, "Dude, it's snowing, man!" And I was working at this outpatient hospital, which they would do like surgeries and stuff. And if you needed to like be, like observation, seeing everything's gone fine, you would stay in a room. If not, they would just do the surgery and you would be checked out, discharged. So I'm working around there. Yeah, so I'm working around there and stuff, and I see like, hey man, you got to move your car over here on this side of the building because all that ice and water, it's gonna mess up your windshields. I said, okay. So I moved the vehicle, And the next thing I know is I hear pat, pat, pat. I was like, what the hell? I look on the ground in the cement, I see like these little, it looked like a miniature snowball. I was like, what the hell? So I went to the ER section to say, hey guys, have you seen what's going on? All of a sudden it just started snowing. And we're outside just like staring like we're like at all, just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, that. I think Matt had said one time his kids saw snow once. I think they saw snow once down there. That was it.
Yeah. And it was funny here is that people were waking up their kids. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning when this thing was going on. And I would hear people tell me, hey, dude, wake up your kids, man. It's snowing outside. So they were going outside and making snowball, having snowball fights and doing all that stuff. It wasn't a lot of snow. It was about 1.5 inches. But it was half an inch. It was half an inch of snow, which was funny because they closed the expressway, the highway, because, we never had snow. So it's kind of like people are going to drive like crazy. So they had to close that. So we had to, drive on the frontage roads and the city streets. It was so funny. But yeah, it was funny that people were waking up their kids at 2, 3 in the morning to check out the snow, because it was gone by day.
I can understand that. I mean, I could totally see how you'd wake a kid up and be like, hey, check this out. You might not see it again. You know what I mean? Unless you move. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and like I said, and once the sun came out, it melted right away. But I would say about 1 in the afternoon, because I had to go back. Let's see, I got out of work at 1, 12. No, it's 12. I got out early at 12. Went back the next day in the afternoon around 11. So by 1 o'clock, it was all whoosh, it was gone, like it never happened.
Yeah,
it was so funny.
Well, that's cool. Guns and barbecue. What's happening, brother?
Not a whole lot. Hit a wrong button earlier. And I was like, oh, crap. But other than that, got some headway on that Model 760 that I'm supposed to be working on. A couple parts were so corroded that it's really been fighting me. And I had to go over to a buddy's today. So I was like, I'll take this with me, see if he can give me a hand trying to break this tube loose. So we both torqued on it real hard, no luck. So finally took his welding torches to it, which I really didn't want to do, but got it nice and hot and finally broke it loose. So that was a relief, and now I can finally get to starting the rebluing and whatnot on it.
What the hell are you breaking loose?
The slide tube on a Model 760 Remington.
Damn.
Yeah, family member let his son take it out hunting the 1 year, and the son did not take care of it at all. So it I don't want to call it a restoration per se, because it's not going to be that quality of a job, but it's going to be an overall cosmetic overhaul. Like I said, I got to reblue the entire thing. There's a couple cracks in the stock that I've got to repair and refinish the stock. So,
what? That's an '06, right?
No, this one's actually a Chamberlain 300 Savage.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, 300 Savage.
Yes.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah. But it is all the more the shame that it's in the condition that it is.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how bad it is. I mean, you never get that. I shouldn't say never, but it's hard to get that original bluing back, unless you send it away to have it like hot blued or whatever. If you're doing it yourself at home, it's tough to get that. It's tough to get that real dark, heavy, heavy blue.
Right, well, you can. It's just like if you're using the Birchwood and Casey cold blue, it's going to take a lot of coats, and it's a lot of prep work between each coat. If you really put the time and effort into it, you can really get a good finished product out of it. But a lot of people, they just don't take the time and effort. And like I said, 90, if not 95% of it's prep work.
Yeah.
I got a question. Why are you bluing it if guns are black? If they're not silver?
Mm.
Well, he's married to my cousin, so he wanted to match his balls.
You could just like wrap it in duct tape or something. You could just wrap it in duct tape or something. That's kind of black. It's
Right.
nice and black and shiny. You'd be okay.
I told him I could spray paint it, make it look camo.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some tape covered up.
That's cool though. I mean, my cousin used to hunt. My cousin hunted deer. Well, he had quite a few different rifles that he hunted with, but he had a 760. And I always thought, I don't know. I would have to guess that it was probably, I think it was a 270. I'm pretty sure it was a 270. But I always thought at the time, I didn't know much about different kind of guns or whatever. I always thought it was weird to see a rifle pump rifle. He loved it. He liked it a lot. And if you're used to it and you're good with it, they're really fast. You can really chamber around pretty quick with a pump action rifle.
Yeah, I just thought of this, and I've never thought about trying it, but I'm almost wondering if you can do slam fires like you can with shotguns with the pump action rifles.
You can't do that with every shotgun, now, can you? I don't think that's it's just certain ones.
Yeah, it's only certain ones, but more often than not, when I have tried it, I've been lucky.
Yeah. Well, I think you can do it with an 870 because I think 870s were some of the trench guns back in the day, right? And they used to talk about slam fire in those. Since it's a Remington,
nope.
Maybe you'd be able to do it with that too. No?
No, not all 870s. Those were pre-model 870s. Those are like stuff that dates back to the original design in the 1890s.
They're like 1890, right? Like 1890s? Yeah. Okay.
No, most shotguns made after the 35 NFA Act have disconnectors.
Bummer. They ruin all the fun.
Those NFA guys really are party poopers.
Yeah, for sure. Armament and Axis is saying, okay, what's Bibishu's dead horse? That was from last week. We were playing around with names and stuff like that, and dead horses.
Wait a minute. You were the one playing out with our names, man.
maybe that's what happened. Maybe, I don't know. But they were talking about braces or something, and Dead Horse, I think it was Dead Horse, said they just take the brace off of the AR pistol and just put a little a little baby shoe on it on the buffer tube, and that's all you need for a brace. So my name turned into Bibishu's Dead Horse.
Nah, it was Baby Jordans.
Oh, Baby Jordans, that's right.
Baby Jordan shoes. I don't know. It went down the rabbit hole big time.
Oh yeah. Like, and
Baby.
like I found out that I can actually change people's names. They don't. I can do it myself, so that's kind of cool.
Hey, what's her name, George?
Larry.
Larry, why Larry? Rip Larry.
Larry done got ripped.
Fuck you, Larry.
I remember made an auto and pump rifle, 740s. That's cool.
Larry couldn't keep a secret.
Larry
could.
Larry was loose-lipped.
Amongst other things.
Yeah. He's loose everything now. He's smashed. Oh, poor old smashed Larry.
That's like Stretch and Gretchen here, the governor.
Oof.
Oh, Jesus.
Didn't think they made hazmat suits strong enough to stretch that.
Well, I have some anecdotal evidence that she liked it in the rear,
Oh, really?
and they called her Stretching Gretchen in college.
Gretchen.
It's like a hug.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, that's so funny, dude. Okay, here we go.
On to
Let's
other
see what
news.
we got here.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
leaked
back to the ranch.
News.
Back at the
News.
ranch. In leaked recording, Biden says GOP used defund the police to beat the living hell out of Democrats. No shit, dumbass. Of course that happened. They deserved it. In a leaked recording, Biden says then beat the hell out of blah 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 blah. Blamed the president-elect, allegedly president-elect Joe Biden appeared to blame the defund the police movement for contributing to surprising Democratic down-ballot losses last month, telling civil rights leaders this week that they should proceed carefully on criminal justice issues. That's how they beat the living hell out of us across the country, saying that we were talking about defunding the police. We're not. What? You're not? Okay. It sort of sounded that way, didn't it? Biden said Tuesday in a virtual meeting with civil rights leaders, according to audio excerpts posted Thursday in a podcast from The Intercept. Biden pledged that he would follow through on his promises to address systematic race sections in Georgia on the 5th. We can go very far. It matters how we do it. I think it matters how we do it. Oh, okay, Joe. That's very prolific. Even as Democrats have takes office, the audio reveals how some civil rights leaders want Biden to use his executive authority to take significant steps, like creating a national database of police misconduct. Biden said he would be able to do some things by executive order, but as he often did publicly throughout the campaign, he said, "I am not going to violate the Constitution." Horse shit. They didn't write that. I put that in there myself. Where I have executive authority, I will use it to undo every single damn thing this guy's done by executive authority, Biden said, according to the audio. But I'm not going to exercise executive authority where it's a question where But I'm not question where I can come along and say I can do away with assault weapons. Boy, that's a hell of a sentence, Joe. There's no executive authority to do that. And no one has fought harder to get rid of assault weapons than me. You can't do it by executive order. So that's a very interesting thing for him to say. I don't trust Joe Biden as far as I could throw him. And
well, with your back, you shouldn't be throwing anybody, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. Yeah. And I got this trick knee. I got this bum knee from when I was in Nam. You know, that kind of shit. So I don't trust Joe as far as somebody that can throw
got that bad
very
knee
far
from
throw
kneeling
him,
on a Lego.
Dude,
I'll tell you what,
joke.
man. Lego knee. Oh man, Lego knee. I'll tell you what. You think Lego foot is bad? You step on a Lego and it hurts. I'll tell you what. You go down on one knee on a goddamn Lego. That thing, it embeds itself in there for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, you can finally dig it out.
That's
why
where
you
the
need to
Japanese tooth came from.
Yeah. So you need to carry some Legos with you, man. And when you're getting chased, you just throw them Legos, man, and hope that they stop them chasers,
Oh, you thought paper cuts were bad? Try a Lego cut.
Lego cut. Oh.
Yeah, you throw a handful at them like pocket sand, but it's just a bunch of Legos. So this goes on to talk about civil rights people and all this stuff. But I think I say within 6 months or so, him saying this is going to be all over Instagram and all over the news, not the news, but Instagram and social media, I should say, because he can't do anything again. He doesn't want to do anything against the Constitution, he says. Good for him for saying that. Not meaning it, but good for him for saying it.
Yeah.
Horse shit. Dead Horse. Bebe Shoes out there says that's why 12 gauge loaded with Legos is the most feared weapon on earth. If most people listening to this probably know who Tauflader Mouse is. They did a really funny video once where they took Lego people heads and loaded them into 40 Smith & Wesson casings and shot them out. The Lego head is exactly the right size to be shot out of a 40. It's funny. Where am I here?
Did you see that Tauflader Mouse when he had that almost 2-ounce slug that they were shooting maybe a couple weeks ago?
Was that the brass one? Was it turned? Was it turned brass or something?
But it was a 2-ounce slug. It was crazy.
I saw one once. Maybe it wasn't them. Somebody did a brass slug, and it was turned. It was done on a lathe, and it was just like this huge, just chunk of brass. It was pretty crazy. It was, yeah. Those guys do some nutty stuff, man, for sure. Dead Horse says the Tao of the flatulent mouse. I don't know where flatulent mouse is. I sent him a link, but he didn't show up. Court approves Everytown's bid to buy inventory of Jimenez firearms. As we reported earlier this year, Everytown was trying to buy the remaining inventory of Jimenez firearms after they declared bankruptcy. Thanks in part to Everytown, by the way. Looks like Everytown is getting the guns. The Crawfords filed a wrongful death lawsuit in 2019 against the alleged trafficking ring, which included Samuels, as well as the manufacturer of the murder weapon Jimenez Arms, and the dealer who sold it to him, Samuels Green Tip Arms. The grieving parents were represented by the litigation arm of Everytown. A separate settlement involved Jimenez, which agreed to stop selling firearms and declared bankruptcy, in which the court approved Everytown for gun safety support funds bid to purchase Jimenez Arms' remaining gunman inventory to prevent it from being transferred to JA Industries, its successor firearms business. NPR reported that a 14-year-old homeless boy who shot Crawford. I don't remember that story necessarily. We may have talked about it. I do remember talking about something to do with Jimenez, but I don't remember it being that specifically. But we may have talked about it. Anyone else looking forward to Everytown Rollmark Saturday night specials? There you go. Yeah, little JA 380 with Everytown stamped on the side. That would be hilarious. So that's interesting. So they had to declare bankruptcy, which means they can sell off their assets. And they made them sell them. So I'd be interested to know why they had to sell them to them, or if they were just required because of the bankruptcy to sell them to the highest bidder, and Everytown, because they got deep pockets, were able to be the highest bidder, and they just bought them. So I mean, I'm sure they're just going to take them and melt them all down or do whatever. They'll build a throne, and they're going to build a throne of Jimenez Saturday night specials for Bloomberg to sit on.
Yeah,
it'll be like Game of Thrones
poisoning.
Yeah.
I wonder if Travis P11's heard this.
It's interesting though. It's interesting to see they weren't allowed to transfer their guns to I'm assuming their sister company or sister corporation or something was JA Industries. But they made them sell them. Yeah, I would imagine that's part of the bankruptcy. I don't know.
I'm wondering if they were just trying to sell them or transfer them, and JA didn't want to take over the debt, so they're like, no, you can't do that. You're going to have to sell them to somebody else then.
Yeah.
Because that would make sense to me if JA is like, well, we don't want to take the debt. We just want the inventory. Well, tough crap.
Dead Horse said, I heard Remington put in a bid, but they have already reached him and his quality. So, yeah, I wonder what's going on with Remington. I'd like to see them at least get their ammo back up and running. Who took them over? Federal, right? Vista? Was it Vista Group?
Yeah.
I'd like to see him start cranking out ammo.
You know, a while back, I had heard that they were talking about Remington in 60 Minutes. They were talking about that Remington 700 rifle that had problem with the safety. They had mentioned that Remington supposedly had won the military contract to make M16s. So I don't know what happened with that. You know, like, did they lose it? Did they, you know, what was going
Remington
on?
was going to make. Is that recently, you mean?
This was about, I want to say about a year ago or so.
Maybe through Bushmaster.
Probably. But
that's true.
It's
Yeah,
so weird.
That's
But that 60 Minutes thing on the Model 700, that was out well over a decade ago. That's a really old story, but the problem there is Remington knew about it for a very long time. Shortly after they actually started the 700 line, and the guy that had designed that whole mechanism realized the flaw and was like, hey, we need to change this. And it was like, no, it'll be fine. Then accidents started to happen, and it would just settle out of court thinking it's an anomaly. And eventually it's gotten to the point where it would have bankrupted them to do a recall on all of them. So they, just somebody would get hurt, they pay them off to go away, and just keep pumping them out that way. But eventually they did make that change. I think in the late 80s or early 90s, I believe.
Yeah, I know there was an issue with them firing on closing, I think, right? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I don't remember on cocking.
You could close the bolt and it would fire. You could You could just take the safety from the safe position to fire position. It would fire. A lot of weird things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the story was basically on what incidents that happened with people, that their rifle would fire. And like this one guy was gonna clean his rifle, and his rifle went off, and after he'd gone hunting, I guess, and it shot towards the neighbor's house, and it hit like a black family's little kid, and stuff. It was talking about a lot of stories like that.
But the problem there is it really Remington? Obviously, there's a defect issue, but the guy that was cleaning his guns at fault because he should have been having it cleared first.
Yeah. Which is one of the major problems that happens. Yeah, it's one of the major problems that happens when people are about to clean their guns. They don't clear them first. They think they're unloaded, and, that's when accidents happen.
Yeah. This one really, I know some people have talked about it, but this one really surprised me. Not surprised me, but I shouldn't say it surprised me because it's not surprising, but really kind of got my attention. I was like, wow, I can't believe somebody would openly say some of this stuff. Michigan State, again, up in there in Michigan, you guys got some winners up there, buddy. Michigan State Representative Cynthia Johnson disciplined by GOP for Facebook video. So I knew it wouldn't take long after word of this one got out that, she'd probably get reprimanded and, whatever. A Michigan Democratic lawmaker has been stripped of her committee seat after issuing a warning, quote unquote, to supporters of President Trump and others in response to receiving death threats. Representative Cynthia Johnson first made headlines over the weekend when she revealed on Facebook that she was being targeted over her handling of hearings last week featuring Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. One of the many callers harassing Johnson warned that her, quote, time was coming and that she would be hanging from the fucking gallows. In one of the 2 videos posted to her Facebook Tuesday, responding to the harassment, Johnson noted that this is just a warning to you Trumpers, quote unquote, appearing to refer to Trump supporters. Quote, be careful, walk lightly. We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. For those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay. Her ominous message continued. Johnson has since removed the videos, but the damage was done. Michigan House Speaker Lee Chatfield seats on the House Agriculture Oversight and the Families, Children, and Seniors Committees. Speaking to MLive, Johnson said she did not mean for her language to come off as threatening. I don't know how in the fuck you would think that was anything other than threatening, especially the way she said it. If you've seen the video, she's she got very condescending and sort of arrogant when she said it. In my community, we often use the term soldier, but when we use the term, it means for people to rise up and not just take bullshit, BS. It doesn't mean anything violent. Or our rise up means rise up against racism, against tyranny, rise up against violence. No, my message was not the one that was intended against the Trump people. We were talking about peace and unity, she said, told the outlet. Okay. She added that Chatfield did not inform her beforehand of his decision to strip her of her committee assignments, but that she did not want them back. They've given me more time to do what I need to do, and that is to help people. So thank you for making me nationally known. Thank you for putting racism on the record, Johnson said. Okay. Thank you for putting racism on the record. Oh, okay, all right. So, I don't know if you guys saw it. The video is here, but it's not pulling up. It's really weird. It's not allowing me to play it. Did you guys see the video when she did, or that she did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's pretty shitty.
Nope.
How anybody could take that in any other way other than a threat. I would love to talk to them to understand how they do so.
Yeah. Let me try and see if I can pull it up. Fuck it, don't worry about it. Yeah, pull it up if you see it, listen to it. It's pretty crazy. Cynthia is not racist. Seven Wonder says, I don't know, buddy.
What we have here is a failure of communication.
Yeah, for sure. Alaskan ballistics. What is the temp and weather like? Yeah, what's it like up there in Alaska right now? It's probably like 78 and sunny or something crazy like that. Shit's all backwards up there.
It's like negative 75.
Eskimos walking around in polar bear bikinis.
It's like, why are you covered up? It's so nice out. They don't need any coolers and stuff. They just put the beer on the snow and stuff. Keeps it chilled.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. We used to do that all the time. Put all sorts of stuff out in the snow. Let's see what we got on the Facebook or the Instagrams is. My computer's still running really slow. And I think I froze up. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. It's weird. I'm locked up here. Race baiting is the highest form of racism. Alesta Blissa say, yeah, it really is it really is a. And people talk about dog whistles and they talk about all this kind of shit. It's really a shame when that's what's used to bait confrontation, is calling somebody racist. There we go. I'm back. It was weird. Oh, that was weird. Here. This is pretty funny. It says if that this is only just because it gave me a chance to troll. It says if that man above you woke up, if that man above woke you up this morning, leave a heart. And I'm thinking, okay, so they're thinking about Jeebus or whatever. So my comment was, are you talking about the criminal in the top bunk? Like, who woke you up? Who woke you up this morning? Another inmate? Like, once it became apparent, I finally understood the scene where Yoda gets so tired of answering Luke's questions, he just dies. Oh man, one more question, kid, and I'm done. I quit. Oh, this shit was hilarious. This guy is a cartoon. I love watching this. Watch this guy look at that wind up. I love this shit.
Oh man.
We'll get you.
What the heck's with the guy that he's getting ready to hit? He doesn't get ready to block or anything. He just stands there.
I think he knows the dude's just a clown, And with a wind up like that, you got to figure this guy really doesn't want to hit me. That's just all show, Looks like a delivery guy or something, actually, doesn't he? It's like he delivered a package or something like that. I don't know. Who knows?
Something, right?
I like that one. Dude, when did something like this come out? This is the most awesome thing ever. Why didn't somebody tell me this shit exists?
We were thinking about telling you, but we didn't want to ruin the surprise for your birthday.
I mean, holy shit, that's awesome. It's like to do an offset. Fucking A. I want to get one of those. This guy. There you go. Nice. That's actually Moo's graduation picture right there. A lot of people don't know that.
Moo, you were a sexy son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Revolver says I need that. Yeah, man, that thing's pretty cool, isn't it?
All for $19.89.
Oh, here we go.
He knows there's no audio, right?
You're not hearing any audio?
Did you remember to click the share audio button on the screen share?
Yeah, sure? I did.
Positive?
Yeah, I'll do it again. Well, I'll do it again. Let me do it again. I've done it. I've had it happen before where it didn't take.
Yeah, it was just real hilarious that hearing all these people, Democrats, that are like, saying weird stuff like, oh, if you voted for Trump, you guys got to watch out who they are and screen cap all their little messages and know who they are and start,
Careful. Walk lightly. We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay. So this is just a warning to you Trumpers.
I don't know how you could take that any other way than threatening. If somebody said that to me personally, I'd be like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? Like, are we ready to boogie or what's going on? You know?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You know, these Democrats are getting all high and mighty that they're trying to, like, anybody who supported Trump, even or just voted for Trump, they just want to, like, you know, get them fired and you know, and all kinds of stuff. You know, like, I said, like, what's the deal, man? You know, that's dumb. You know, people that voted for Trump didn't do the same thing to them.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or did it seem like it took her brain a second to wind up to say the word shenanigan?
Yeah.
She probably did.
She was definitely trying to be, like, super dramatic and, you know what I mean? Like, it was annoying.
Like,
it was
she was
supposed
all
to be
business, you know?
Yeah, it was supposed to be
This
really
is
dramatic.
my serious voice. This is my voice saying that mother is not happy with you and you are going to get an ass whooping.
There we go. That's what was going on. The battery in my mouse was dying, so it kept cutting out.
Well, what are your mice doing to use up all your batteries for?
My moose used all the battery juice.
Look, leave the moose out of the hoose and you won't be using your battery juice.
Yeah.
Ready, boy?
What? Can you guys see what happened to him? He caught the goddamn swing and it spun him up all over in the air. This is pretty good. It was pretty funny.
Poor dog.
Put your mask on.
See this one.
Did you see this? Put the mask on. Walk out. Don't take that mask off to talk. Okay, good job, buddy.
It must have been that barrier, you know, where he had to, like, have the mask on so he wouldn't get sick, and then finally got to the podium, and that was a safe zone.
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
Gonna catch the COVID from all those robot penises.
Did you know China has publicly said that they built an artificial sun about 150 million degrees hot, which is hotter than the sun itself? Okay, China.
Yeah, so did we. Back in, like, 1964. I mean, it only lasted for half a microsecond.
Yeah.
Wasn't that on the old light flash sale?
No. They did, but they couldn't export it due to ITAR restrictions or something like that. I don't know. It's something weird.
Yeah, I read this and I was like, wait, what? Hold on a second. That can't be right. Kids get around people and say the shit like, Moo, you can probably vouch for this, or you guys that have kids, like, you kids say shit like so inappropriate. Ma, remember when you hit me and I was screaming?
Oh, dude, there's so many of those.
Yeah.
But Dad, why did I hand you a beer while you were driving?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how little Jimmy found out a backhand was.
Remember that time you called off sick from work and then we went fishing? Like, oh shit.
Dude, that happens so many times.
I like this too because this happens a lot when you're watching a movie and the villain is starting to make some good points. You're just like, yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's not a bad thought. That's not a bad idea. Now we have a Frenchie now, and this is 100%. This is 100% true for Frenchies too. French bulldogs. Opens the fridge door, pew, like a rocket. Goddamn dog just wants to eat 24 hours a day.
Are you full of regret?
Regrets?
Regrets? No regrets.
No regrets. This is exactly how I feel. This dude is my spirit Instagram meme. How people who own an air fryer look at people who don't have one. I don't have one, and people are always asking me about whether I have a goddamn air fryer or not.
Listen,
They're way
Hey,
too
Midnight,
big.
Linda.
do you have an air fryer?
Yeah.
You really need to get an air fryer. I mean, it's just a thing that you need
That's
to
my
do.
whole Facebook feed right now. Abe.
I need to get one.
How
Look,
about you just
then
eat your food?
You can get one, and then you can look down on all the
plebs who
peasants
don't.
that don't. Yeah, all the peasants who don't have one.
All the people who didn't go to Walmart and get their $39.95 air fryer.
Can I justify my purchase now, please?
Now they got air fryer ovens and stuff like that now.
Yeah, it's called oven.
No, they got
It's
air
called
fryer
a-
ovens.
It's called a hairdryer in a box.
Now it's called cooking.
It's
Not
literally
the
a
way you
convection
do it.
oven, Yeah.
Good
I was helping
Lord.
a friend move yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, this is a neat little oven. Is this just for like French bread pizzas or something?" They're like, "No, this is my air fryer." I'm like, "What the frick?"
It fries the air.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's just like thermonuclear war.
22 Shotgun says, "I have an air fryer. I intend on using it if my microwave goes out."
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
I don't even remember what this is. I have it saved. So let's see what it is.
That's a lie, Joe. That's a lie. Oh, it is a lie. Yeah. And it was your son in the Ukraine. All right. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah. Get out of here. You're the one that offered to withhold $1 billion. The Chancellor of Foreign Relations. Son of a bitch, he got fired, right?
Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired. Joe's lying about his crackhead son. So, yeah. Trump.
Son of a bitch, he got fired. This one, we were talking about some kind of hand cannon last week on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the other day, this popped up on my feed. Okay. Holy cow!
Was that like a super short blunderbuss?
Beats the shit out of me, man. But they gave it to like a 130-year-old dude to fucking fire off.
Yeah.
Why was he shooting it with his crotch?
Beats the shit out of me, man. I'm telling you, that thing took off, flew out of his hand. I'm wondering I don't know what it was. I guess it was some. I mean, obviously it's something black powder, but holy Christ,
Looks like an early flare launcher.
Something.
Scared the heck out of that woman though.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You hear?
Meanwhile, in former Soviet Russia,
yeah. And the least surprising thing in that whole video is the dude got out with no shirt on. Yeah.
hey, look, you're driving, you get hot, you don't want to get your nice shirt all dirty and sweaty.
Girls with the time machine. I am your granddaughter. Really? Boys with the time machine also include barrel length, rate of fire, and accessories. It becomes more relevant. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Kingpin's not here, so we can't watch this. I thought he would like this one. It actually sounds like Moo after he ate a whole bunch of venison chili.
Dude, you have no idea.
And fell off the roof. All right, correction, fell through the roof.
Moo's dad had to listen to this for like a week now. Every night every night they go to sleep, and 15 minutes later.
Well, Dad sounds like that normally. With this chili, I'm wondering. You know, he's 80. I don't know.
It's like,
I made him wear his life alert to bed.
it's like
Help I
throw a
fall.
couple of blankets, man, that'll muffle the sound.
Help! I've fallen and I don't want to get up.
He fell off the toilet last night and set off a mousetrap. He did.
Dang.
What,
hope it
were
was
you
his foot
afraid
that set
that
it
someone
off.
was going to break in and use the shitter?
Yeah,
That you had to trap it?
I did.
Inhale.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this story. I
Funny.
didn't. I forgot to look it up, but it says exclusive. Colleagues of Zappos CEO Tony Tsai. I don't know. Fear his addiction to nitrous oxide, whippets, burning candles, and Grey Goose vodka could be behind the explosion that led to his death. As it is revealed, he was barricaded in a shed when blaze broke out. What the hell?
That's what I
forgot now.
want my eulogy to read.
We're not sure. It might have been the venison chili or the electric blanket up his butt, but we're not sure what exploded.
I
Whippets
thought it
and
was
Grey
a gerbil.
Goose. Come on, you had me at Whippets.
That defense
Whip it's good. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
defense dad says, admit it, you've all had girlfriends that made those noises in the past.
Oh yeah, she was hot, even though she had a lazy eye.
So what was this guy's name? Tony. Let's look this up. Tony Tony Tsai death. About 2 weeks before Zappos.com. Oh, you son of a bitch and pop-ups, you rat bastards.
You sons of bitches all.
This guy's a dick.
About 2 weeks before Zappos.com Incorporated co-founder Tony Tsai died from injuries in a November house fire, one of his closest friends in Las Vegas got a phone call. Tony's in trouble, the caller told Philip, the founder of an electronic dance music group that frequently performed at Tsai's parties and live events over the past decade. Caller asked to go to the party. Hoped he could pull. Yeah, basically they were saying how he was deep into drug and alcohol abuse. Asked one of his buddies to go over and try and help him out. He died November 27th, 9 days after firefighters were called to a home in New London, Connecticut, where he was staying. The Connecticut medical examiner ruled the death an accident. They're investigating. Oh, that's pretty crazy, huh? They're not saying anything about that, but 7 Wonders. They're the best kind.
I wonder if that skateboarder that you had working for you knew him. They just hang out, get high on whipped cream.
Yeah.
Or if you can get high on Cool Whip.
Well, it depends on what you mix in the Cool Whip to begin with.
It's cool whip. Cool whip.
Whip.
No habla español.
We already talked about that.
Yet.
You sound pretty
It's
good,
good.
Ape, man.
Go.
You feeling better?
Yeah. Don't feel like I'm quite dead or as dead.
Can you do it back?
That's
Mostly
good,
dead.
man.
Believe
No,
I'm glad
only
you're
slightly
feeling better.
dead.
officer violates his or her constitutional duty. I don't consider them a law enforcement officer because you don't have the right to pick laws that you think you will enforce, and you don't enforce laws that you don't agree with, right? That's not a law enforcement officer. That's a dictator I believe that law enforcement officer violates his or her constitutional duty. I don't consider them a law enforcement officer.
Duty.
Because you don't have the right to pick laws that you think you will enforce, and you don't enforce laws that you don't agree with.
Well, it's not that you don't enforce laws that you don't agree with. I mean, there's laws that you deem unconstitutional, and you refuse to, if you want to uphold the Constitution, right? That's something that's a thing, right?
Yep.
That's a thing.
Constitution.
Yeah. I mean, you might lose your job over it, I guess. But if that's how you want to live your life, you want to live your life upholding the Constitution, then fucking do it. I mean, it is what it is.
What it ain't.
What it be. All right.
Nope.
What else? What else we got to talk about? What else is going on here? Let's see what's going on in the gun feed here. Gun owners defeat federal gun confiscation. That sounds interesting. What's that? Red flag stuff is shut down. That's cool. GOA is pleased to announce that this passage has been removed from the bill. Yeah, there was a gun confiscation language buried on page 343 of a 1,427 page bill or document. Defense Dad, no, I couldn't check my box. It's a post office box. They're not open on. I can't check it on Sundays. I'll try and check it tomorrow or Tuesday. That's some bullshit, man. Like, I hate the language slacker. I'm not a slacker. They're not open. What do you want me to do? Break into the post office?
I mean, you wouldn't be the first person to do it.
You can do it.
Yeah, just make sure you're armed when you do so. That way they can't tell you what to do.
And wear a mask.
And when you leave the building, you shoot out the lights.
No. You don't waste bullets on light. You take out the security cameras with them. At least get equal value for your ammo. Oh, I'm right.
Yes, you are.
Check this little sumbitch out. I did see this earlier today, and I forgot I wanted to bring the show.
$2 Space Force bill.
Sweet. No, I didn't see that. That's pretty cool though. Bond Arms Papa Bear. Rattlesnakes and carjackers beware. Little 410 Derringer. I bet that thing snaps.
Oh man,
they've been marketing something like that for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like their new Rough Rider line, where it's going to be not, $600.
Yeah, I don't know.
I always see Bond Arms little commercials on the hunting channels where they'll talk about all the Derringers that have different calibers and stuff that you can use.
No, my local shop has one of those right now. I want to go put it on layaway. They're only $300.
No shit.
So yeah, then it's probably the Rough Rider or an extension of their Rough Out or Rough Rider line.
The Bond Arms Papa Bear is made in Texas stainless steel Derringer that is a perfect tool for use against rattlesnakes and carjackers. Built on a frame that inspires confidence. This is not a flimsy, cheap two-shot Derringer milled or made out of pot metal. Chambered in 45 long Colt or 410 shotgun.
Speaking of bears, here's Ellis.
You said that's called the Papa Bear?
Yeah, it's called the Papa Bear.
All right, because the one at the local shop said it was called the Rowdy, but he said it's Bond Arms and it's a 45 410. Looked exactly like that. So
well, I think there might be different finishes. Yeah, like one is. I know there is one of them that's like that. The Derringers are like that. If you get one that's finished different, it's called something else than the stainless model or whatever, the brushed stainless one. They first reviewed it April 30th of 2015. So yeah, this thing's been out for a long time. Noting it delivered impressive accuracy with 45 Colt, long at close range, even though majority of the barrel is smoothbore. Since that time, Papa Bear has been employed as a snake gun and has been used at least twice against rattlesnakes in Arizona. Let's see if it has a MSRP. It doesn't have the MSRP here, which is weird. Well, I don't know why they don't do that.
Say that local shop very well could have looked up the wrong thing. It wouldn't be the first time that I've had to correct them on a listing, but being like, that's not what you're advertising it is.
Yeah.
I don't think that thing is the thing you think it is.
Yeah, I've done it like 3 times now.
$300 is pretty cheap.
Yeah, like if they're advertising it very low, you want to take advantage of that. But if it's too high, well then, by all means, correct the price.
Correct them, sir.
Walter PP used by James Bond auction for $256,000. Wow.
Well, it's nice to see the economy is recovering.
Yeah. I mean, 256, $250,000 for a damn. Wow. That's a lot of money.
Well, I mean, he's dead now, so.
That's true. Yeah, he did just pass away. That's probably why. And you see that a lot, like with sports memorabilia and all that kind of stuff, too. Right after somebody passes away, their stuff goes through the roof, and then it tanks again. Not tanks, but then it goes back down. So a lot of people will take that initial spike to sell, you know.
Oh yeah, I think it's the same with musicians, you know, or when they're like make all these real artists, you know, the music, like say when Whitney Houston had passed away, I remember like everyone was buying her albums and stuff, and same thing with Michael Jackson and all that stuff.
Yeah. Opening a crate of Ethiopian rifles. I wonder what they are. Let's take a look at that.
Is it a picture of our blessed gun, Jeebus, and a crowbar?
Yeah.
It's probably a bunch of old Enfields.
Actually, it is. Forgotten Weapons. It's exactly what it is. It's funny.
Yeah, he kind of got in on the kind of help brokering some of the transactions. It's good to be the king.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just a video. I'll have to check it out. ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm assuming it's on YouTube too. I don't know.
Well, you should check his latest video.
What's that?
Last week his video was on the M79, you know, the 40 millimeter break action grenade launcher.
Mm-hmm.
Last video was on the it's called the China Lake grenade launcher, and it's basically that M79, except instead of being break action, it is a pump action 40 millimeter.
Cool.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Polymer 80 news. Kid finally gets his Nerf gun. Yeah, Santa. We talked about that. The prosecutor dismissed from the McCloskey case for everybody. A lot of people talked about that. Illinois town's assault weapon ban upheld by court. I feel like this has been something that's been going on forever. Like, I feel like there's this damn town in Illinois has gone back and forth with this for years now. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just different towns across the United States every once in a while. Deerfield, Illinois wanted their own assault weapons ban, one far in excess of anything the state was doing at the time. It was a useless bit of
Political theater.
local legislation that would be virtually impossible to actually enforce and may well push citizens to move outside the city limits, but they passed it. Then a permanent injunction was issued, which put an end to the stupidity for at least a while. For a little while at least, unfortunately. Now a court has changed everything. Deerfield could soon begin enforcing its ban on certain semi-automatic long guns following an opinion released last week by the State Appeals Court. A District 3 judge panel of the Illinois 2nd District Appeals Court finally lifted permanent injunctions issued last year by the Lake County judge, which had forbidden village officials from enforcing any part of the assault weapons ban. Ordinance trustees passed unanimously in April of 2018. So yeah, it's been around for a little while. Obnoxious is nope, same town. Yeah. The ruling found Deerfield had the power to regulate assault weapons at the time and sent the case back to Lake County Circuit Court for further proceedings. Lawsuits challenging Deerfield's ban from two sets of plaintiffs were consolidated into a single appeal. We have to go through the rest of this. 22 Shotgun says Deerfield, Illinois is the same town that has no-go zones for non-Muslims.
Yeah. Welcome to America.
No-go zones. Interesting.
Yeah, you know, you don't get to pass go, don't get to collect your $200.
Giffords call New York City a national model for gun control, shooting on pace to hit a 14-year high. I think those two statements should be said back to back, should they?
Yeah. That ain't a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing.
Is that why you had to leave there obnoxious? It was too white for you?
Yeah. New bill would ban Texas private firearm sales. I think that's been kicking around for a long time too. I feel like. Antifa has armed guards. You know, somebody was talking about that the other day. There was a shooting. Was it in Portland where there was a shooting?
Nah.
Or there was an Antifa dude that stabbed a couple of people before he got arrested, like 4 people or something. Things are getting stabby.
Yep.
Stabby, stabby.
Arizona Nunchuck Company. Uh-oh.
Is this one of G's new money-making ventures?
Yes. Arizona Nunchuck Company. Nunchucks, chain flails, maces, and spiked bats are awesome. Fact number 2.
Built like a bear. Guys.
Fact number 2, they are even more awesome when they are machined from aluminum, completely modular, customizable, and made in the USA by a company you already know. Arizona Nunchuck Company is an offshoot of Apex Tactical Specialties that makes all of the above products for fun and profit. The company launched when Arizona decided to decriminalize nunchucks. Someone had to fill the market void. Son of a bitch. Holy smokes.
Golden opportunity there.
Jesus. They have for ninja use only etched in them.
Oh, way to alienate your market base right there.
Yeah.
Their first product was nunchucks, and all their subsequent products have been used the modular handles from those nunchucks as a basis. The products are available in a wide array of anodized colors and are made in batches. Currently, they are nunchucks. They have nunchucks and chain flails available. There you go. If you need your zombie melee weapon, there you go.
Cool, man.
Things are pretty bitchin' looking. I'll tell you that. On a pizza box, that's
Yeah.
a little weird.
Yeah, size comparison.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know what size pizza box
Ninja
is.
Turtle.
Yeah.
There you go, Midnight.
Yeah,
exactly. You need to take whatever savings you have saved up and buy those.
That's 100% why they did that on a pizza box, because it's a blue, an orange, a purple, and a red. Yep.
Yep.
Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael. Pretty cool.
I like the theory behind, or the idea behind that, but only Michelangelo carried nunchucks. It'd be different if they made like red size and blue katanas and shit like that. But
oh, there we go. Holy shit! $88, 9-inch nunchuck set. Spike flail, 200 and for this. I wonder what a set is. I think it's just one though.
Oh, that's right.
Spike flail, $250. That's a lot of money.
I can go put a railroad spike through a baseball and do the same thing.
What's included? For use by ninja assassins, counter ninja assassins, really awesome mall cops, aka mall ninjas, and dudes named Chuck.
But no guys named Larry. See, they're just cutting into their potential market shares here with all this.
Yeah.
All this bullshittery.
Yeah, imagine getting hit by one of those things. Bam! Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, holy shit.
I don't know. Hey, Moo, stand here and close your eyes for a second.
She's like, Moo?
Look, it's very simple.
Right off the bat.
Don't try and shield your head, and don't do one of those sissy turnaways. Otherwise, you're going to get hit in the back, and it's going to be worse.
We're all getting nunchucks and going cow tipping.
There you go.
And by tipping, we mean putting spiky things on the nunchucks.
Oof. Can you imagine getting whacked in the top of the head with one of those things? Holy shit, man. Oof.
Thing is that make you go, that would hurt. Ow. Don't do that.
Man. Holy cow. You'll probably never be able to carry a gun in New Jersey. We don't think we even need to read that article.
Mm-hmm. Now, Pew Pew Park brings up a salient point here.
Yeah,
Are those aluminum Arizona nunchucks allowed to be used by nuns?
Only if they throw them.
Only if her name's Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, her parents got drunk. They didn't think about it. They named her Chuck. It's not really her fault, all right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably why she's a nun.
Well, then she was kind of skanky to begin with.
My favorite nuns are black lesbian nuns.
Yes, we've all seen your postings from your YouPorn account.
Those
You're
are hard to
sharing
come
that
by.
stuff.
And say you got to go check it out sometime. It's wonderful.
No, I'll stick to the ginger Asian twins. Thank you very much. There's some side boob.
Yeah. It's got a lot of. It's got all
the
all
1911s.
Yeah. It's all Colts. Wow, look at that thing. Holy shit, look at that long slide.
Long slide 45
Long slide.
Damn.
with laser sighting.
Long slide. It's
What do you think that?
it's a
I mean,
7-inch AMT
how is it?
hardballer.
Do you think it's? I mean, do you think it's only a 7-inch? I
Gotta
guess.
be.
I don't.
Yes, I'm pretty close at the AMT hardballer long slides are like 7-inch.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of
Yep.
barrel, man. Holy shit.
When you want the
That's what
ladies
she
to know
said.
what you're packing.
Yeah. Right.
Is that a long slide 45 in your belt, or are you just glad to see me?
Yeah.
Neither. I took a pill and it hasn't gone down after 8 hours.
No, that
So
was
what
the
happens?
corona
You call
vaccine.
more women.
Sarge put out a video on the
Cosine
The
9
Cosine,
millimeter.
yeah, the Cosine 19, yeah, the 9mm today. He had a blast shooting. It looks like.
Stole me his gun.
What's that?
I said he stole me his guns.
Yeah, I know, right? And that the only difference between the one that he shot today that he got to shoot and what I would pick is I think that's a round top, and I think the tri top's pretty sharp. But other than that, like, I love those grips. It has the fast safety on it. It's got a rail on it. It's got the night sights on it.
It's
Really
the
nice
officer's
pistol.
frame.
Really, really nice.
Officer.
That made the video even worse to watch. I was like, son of a bitch, that's like almost the exact setup that I would want to buy. Kalashnikov concern shows the prototype of upcoming 500 series AKs. What do we got here? What?
You broke your toy.
Huh.
So it's an AK, but not an AK.
Yeah, so it's like it's hinged, like a modular, like an AR, I guess. Upper lower receiver layout. The company completely different. The company has published some pictures and videos showing prototype of the 500 series called the AKV 521. Let's take a closer look.
So it looks like we've got a massive. So we got a dust cover for the action. Looks like we've got maybe an ambi safety there.
Yeah, and it looks like you can. You can still take the dust cover off the top. It looks like because it's got.
Or maybe that's how
it's
holding the whole upper assembly on.
I don't think so. It looks like there's a pin above his index finger knuckle there. Yeah, something. It looks like there. The primary reason for designing the 500 series is probably the need for having a solid, full-length top Picatinny rail. Kalashnikovs originally didn't have any optics mounting provisions, as the gun was designed in an era where scopes were specialized gadgets and not something that every rifleman was supposed to be equipped with. Later on, facing the need for the mounting scopes in the AKs, some rifles were fitted with the side scope mount. In 100 series, the side rail became standard. While the side rail is not a bad scope mounting solution, it has its limitations in terms of scope location and ergonomics. With the adoption of the AK-12 and AK-15, the Russian military ditched the side rail and transitions to using the Picatinny rail on a large scale. However, these rifles have a Picatinny rail and a top receiver top cover, and although the Kalashnikov concern came up with an advanced way of top cover attachment, it's arguably not ideal either. Now in the AKV 521, the rail, upper receiver, and barrel are basically permanently attached to each other. I think it's safe to say that this series of rifles will be the factory Russian AKs with the most rigid and reliable top Picatinny rail. That's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. If they want to compete with ARs, I think they should just start making a shit ton more AKs so the price come down on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The upper receiver is fixed to the lower receiver by the front pivot pin. We saw that. Rear takedown pin and the rear end of the recoil spring guide rod. The safety selector is ambidextrous with miniature AK style lever, and the right side and the AR style selector on the left. The handguard is free floated. The upper receiver of the prototype rifle is made of milled steel. However, the production models will have stamped steel uppers. Many of the parts, such as the trigger mechanism, are unchanged AK parts, and the gun is compatible with standard AK mags. Some parts have minor changes. For example, the bolt carrier group has a removable charging handle, which is necessary for the disassembly. By the way, the charging handle attachment is compatible with QD sling swivel sockets, which was quite a clever solution and allows storing the handle in a QD socket, I guess it means, during the disassembly, as shown in the video below. The disassembly is quite a simple process, removing the takedown pin and charging handle, then press the rear of this recoil spring guide rod to unlock and pivot the open upper receiver and remove the recoil spring and bolt carrier from the rear of the upper receiver. Pretty cool. And now another benefit, change calibers and barrel lengths. It is chambered in 5.45, but Kalashnikov concern plans to make these in 7.62 by 39, 223 Remington, and 366 TKM. I don't even know what the fuck 366 TKM is. Ape?
He gets me.
Huh. Okay, well, let's click on that and see what happens. 366 TKM. 3 new Russian rifles chambered in 366 TKM or 9.6 by 53 Lancaster. Oops, I clicked that by accident, didn't I? Shizer. Let's type that again. I want to learn about that. 366 TKM. It's hold on a second. It's been out since 2015. It's here, let me screen share here. It's derived from the 7.62 by 39. I don't know if it's shortened, but it's a weird little round.
So it's not like the 9 by 39?
Oh, well, the new Russian shotgun round. I don't know why how that could be a shotgun round. It doesn't make sense. The 366 TKM, or 9.55 by 39, was developed by Russian company Techrim for use in smoothbore. Oh yeah, for use in this. Jesus, with the pop-ups, holy smokes! It was developed for use in smooth bore guns with paradox or Lancaster type bore. I don't know what the hell that is. It is based on the 7.62 by 39 M43 cartridge case, necked out to accept. So it's necked up to accept various bullets of 9.55 millimeter. Also available a bird shot load with a small shot loaded into bullet-like plastic containers. So it looks like it must look like the 22 shot shells. Typical loads for the 366 TKM consist of a slug, weight from 12 to 15 grams, leaving the muzzle at 550 to 600 meters per second. So I don't know. You can do the math on that, I guess. I don't know. Making it a decent medium game hunting cartridge with effective range up to 150 to 200 meters. It is also a formidable home defense load. Huh. Look at that's a crazy looking projectile though in that. Like it's just I don't know, it's just weird looking, different looking. Huh. So there's that. So that's pretty neat. It's always cool to see somebody doing something new. Yeah, I'm going to need a dust cover before long. All right. What else? You guys got anything to talk about? If not, I think we're going to make it a short night. I'm kind of beat, man. I was up this morning really early to get in there for this, to get this catering done. Pretty wiped out. And then struggling to get the damn thing set up.
Well, you know, you reach a certain age, it gets to be a struggle to get it up.
Heard that.
I would hope so. I didn't think I was on mute.
Yeah. Hey, Honda, what's up? Oops.
Whoop.
Smith & Wesson. Oh, I did see. You know what? This was kind of cool. Smith & Wesson is coming out is doing a 15 pistol, AR pistol factory. It's kind of neat. I mean, I think I don't know. I've pretty much only ever heard really good things about Smith & Wesson ARs. I've never heard anybody really talk any trash about them. And it's kind of cool. What's kind of neat too is that, I mean, it has the brace on it already. It's got a really nice looking grip to it.
Yeah, it looks like they basically took their M&P Shield or EZ series and just went, oh, here, make this into a bolt-on grip.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a terrible time to come out with AR pistol.
Well,
the best time would have been 6 months ago and have production ramped up.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the thing too is, I'm sure they were probably thinking, "Holy shit, what did we get ourselves into?" Now that I mean, at some point, they were committed. You know what I mean? I mean, if they're coming out now, they've been building them for months now. It's not like they knew that things were going to get sketchy, and to put that specific brace on it is kind of like, oof, because that's the one that they're really talking a lot of shit about.
You mean you don't think they did what PSA did with the AK? And, be like, well, here's 10 of them, and then we're just going to disappear.
Yeah. Honda says, what would your go-to zombie gun, non-gun weapon, and vehicle be? Jeez, I don't know. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I'm horrible at figuring that kind of shit out. Go-to zombie gun would probably be, I mean, I don't know. An AR pistol would be pretty great. A lot of ammo out there for it laying around. There's a lot of mags out there laying around you can find if you had to. And it's pretty small and compact. It's not too heavy. And you don't need a whole lot of firepower for a zombie, right? So, I mean, 223 is fine. It's more than enough. Either that or I don't know. I mean, a Ruger 1022 would be nice. I mean, they always say like 22 and take a zombie out too. You can get one of the takedown 1022 takedowns with some some 25 round mags. That'd be pretty cool. Non gun weapon, machete would be good. I think something heavy, like heavy enough to do a good job, but not like carrying a sledgehammer around. And vehicle. I don't know. Maybe. Boy, I don't know. I got a family, so that makes it tough. I mean, some kind of probably an SUV. You know, some sort of mid-size SUV, something that you could have enough room to sleep in if you had to, and stay out of the elements, and nothing too big. Yeah, I don't know.
I think I'd choose a 44 mare's leg, a Scottish Claymore, and a fire truck.
A fire truck.
Now, are you talking the regular kind of fire trucks, or are you talking the ones that are like the airport has that can go pretty much anywhere? Also, I think George is stuck in the green room.
Oh, poor George.
Well, they had all the tortilla chips and jalapeno dip.
Mm-hmm. Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Who's got dip? Who's got dip?
Just a fire truck that I would get from local fire station. I don't really have any airports around me.
And the NSA got him.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. It's a real bummer, man, that braces are getting hammered right now. I hope they don't make them illegal.
George better get back in here, else I'm going to have to change my name again.
He is in here. I brought him back in.
Yeah,
oh,
but then
he left again? The hell?
He's in. He's out. He's in.
Yeah,
he's
right?
Out. He's in. He's out.
StreamYard really doesn't like my phone. I don't know what the heck.
It's because
it freezes. Everything freezes. You guys stop talking, but you keep moving, and I can't hear you, and you can't. And like my voice will come out like every other so many seconds, delayed. So I have to get out and come back in.
It has
for about 30 minutes, and then it goes
we can't hear you, George.
Really, I can hear you.
Really.
Oh, just kidding.
It has a flat face trigger and interchangeable back straps for the grip. That's pretty cool.
Okay, I mean, I'd
speaking
pay
of
for
trigger,
the grip.
I just put a Rise Armament trigger in my 350 Legend. That sumbitch is awesome.
I got a Rise Armament trigger.
Yeah.
It's 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 pounds.
It's a cassette trigger. Yeah. You just drop it in. Yeah, man, that's awesome.
That thing, I got the flat face on that. That thing is freaking awesome.
Smith & Wesson also introduces a new M&P 1522. They brought it back, they said. So, yeah, you got a 22 pistol, too, AR.
Wow.
There's a good little zombie gun right there.
My Ruger 1022 Charger with the brace on it with a couple of BX25s.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a zombie gun. That I can shoot that damn. I told this before. I can shoot that thing better than my regular 1022. With that short barrel on there, with the red dot, I can. That thing is awesome. I love it.
Cool.
I got to fondle one of those M&P 1522 pistols on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
awesome,
local shop had it in. On one hand, I was like, really want one of these. On the other hand, I'm like, it's just a 22.
It's $504.
He's actually had it at the shop for, I bet you, close to a month. And he said the problem he's having, everybody gets excited because they see it and then they pick it up and they're like, oh, it's 22.
That's because they have vaginas.
Yeah, I mean,
They see the way it
nice looking.
looks and
It's
they
nice
think
looking
it's, a bad boy. I mean, you could tell by the magazine it's a 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love my 22s.
Win-
I mean, my,
the window.
you know,
I think people are just
trees
noticing
and
that it
stuff.
has a pistol brace on it, and they're just like,
Mhm.
"Oh crap! Look at that AR pistol." Then they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh no."
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I see that people would think that,
I said I went in and got the kids' AR uppers on Wednesday, and I was just trying to get out of there without looking at anything. And he's like, "You want help taking these out?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be great." He's like, "Sure, you don't want to look at anything?" I'm like, "Mike, I'm gonna have to put something on layaway or something." I was like, "It just got squared up with you again finally after like 5 months of putting stuff on layaway because I would go in, pay something off, they'd be like, 'We got this,' I'm like, 'Well, I've only got like this little bit of extra money to put down on it.' They're like, 'That's fine.' I'm like, son of a gun." So he's like, "Well, we got Ruger Mini 14 in ranch model." I'm like, "Oh." He's like, "We got brand new AK." I'm like, "Oh." It was so hard to walk away.
You're like their best customer, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say there's a reason they know me by name.
Wilson Combat AR mags. I wonder how much one of these son bitches is.
Right, like $80.
$18. That's not bad.
$18? Yeah, that's not good. It's not bad, Doesn't have a window show how
Yeah.
much ammo you got, but I mean it's still good, It's like first gen PMags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, $18 isn't too bad if it's built really well.
Mm-hmm. I've been seeing on the magazines, UTG, magazines and stuff, and they go like for like $15.99 each and stuff, and I'm kind of looking at them like, nah, I don't know, I don't want to trust it.
Yeah, I don't have the money to burn on. Pew says, "Are they Wilson Combat made or are they just rebranded?" It actually said that they looked like they look like they're rebranded. Shit, where is it? Where the hell did that just? Oh, here it is. Because it says, actually, it even says in the story or in the thing, it says, shit, where is it? Can't remember the name of it, what it said there. It says recently released by Wilson Combat, there is a new 30-round polymer AR-15 mag. I assume these magazines are a result of a collaboration of Wilson Combat and IMI Defense because they are marked with the Wilson Combat logo, but they look pretty much identical to IMI IMI Defense G2 mags.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That'll do it.
M1A.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I say we cut it out and go to bed. Gotta get up in the morning. Long range hunting. What's the best caliber for long range hunting?
Depends on what you're hunting.
That's
and
for
what you
sure.
consider long range.
Mm-hmm.
22 long rifle.
330 Papua.
Done. Either one of those will work for both, no matter what you're going to hunt.
No. 480 Shy Tech.
50
480 Shy
BNG.
Tech.
Me 408, should I check?
Whatever.
I say, you talk about my dream gun there, 8. And I say, oh, gosh.
One of those guns off aircraft carrier, carrier, you know.
A 20mm Phalanx or the M9s?
Whichever, both. One of those rail guns from the battleships, you know.
No, you are too busy watching the documentary Eraser.
More like Transformers.
So what are you guys doing for Christmas? What are you guys looking for Christmas? What's on your Christmas list from Santa?
Told my kids that Santa got COVID and died.
Yeah, it happens.
Yep.
So you're still recovering from the stab wounds from the crayons?
Yeah.
Santa's dead. We ain't got to be nice to this bitch anymore.
I'm looking forward to hanging with my brother at his house and his family. It's where we all meet now, and just hang out, eat, and pass out gifts, and hang out for a couple hours, and then go home. Santa. I keep thinking of that bad Santa. Oh, I can't stand that dude.
You guys buying any gun stuff for like the wives and girlfriends and shit?
Where are these wives and girlfriends you speak of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm single for a reason.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with your charming personality.
Yeah, I just bought my wife M-Lock bipod for my 350 Legend.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's why you're hiding. That's why he's hiding up at the cabin.
Does she know?
Right.
Well, she's in Alma Rada right now. We're down in the Florida Keys.
Yeah, trying to pull an 8,000-foot boat.
Yeah, there you go.
I just ordered a Delta ring for my AR. For my AR upper.
Hey, Midnight, I think PSA had a sale going on, 10.5-inch upper.
They did.
For that 300
And you
blackout.
didn't get it?
They did. Yeah, it was like five. It was like still like $550, I think, though.
What?
Well, I mean, I guess maybe I didn't see the sale price. Either way.
Do you have the lower?
But yeah, I have the lower. But I mean, I didn't see it as a sale. I saw they had them in stock. I looked the other day just to look, and they had a bunch, not a bunch of them, but they had a few different 300s in stock. They had the one that I was looking for, and it was still like $549. It's still super expensive compared to what it was, you know. I mean, maybe, who knows? Maybe summertime it'll come back down again. I just I'm a little bit worried about spending the money to get the upper and then not being able to use the brace. You know what I mean? End up having to get rid of the brace or something if they make them illegal. I don't know. I'm worried too much, I guess, about that shit. But
just be a man and learn to use the pogo stick.
Yeah. But $550 is still a lot. I mean, it's just a lot of money for an upper that I don't need. You know what I mean? Right now.
Welcome to 2020 pricing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Now that patch on George's hat is brutal.
Yeah,
this is just regular. This is just regular market forces.
Yeah. Ozzy says, my son, daughter, and granddaughter are all getting guns and holsters for Christmas. I'm so mad that Ozzy won't adopt me. That pisses me off.
I still need to get a hold of Ozzy about the 1911 holster that I saw on his Instagram.
Pew Pew Park, for Christmas, I replaced my 4Runner starter so I can drive again. yeah, I think I need to put tires on my truck. So they passed inspection, but they're like, oh, they're gonna pass, but you really should change them for winter. And I'm like, ugh.
You just tell them, look, just use a smaller penny for checking them next time.
Yeah.
That inspection bullshit is bullshit.
Some bullshit.
Yes, bullshit is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about driving. I mean, I think I'll be fine. It's kind of stuck in the back of my head now. Like, should I just change them out? But I mean, hell, fuck, man, it's like $600 or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to be driving home from work, and when you're like a mile or two, till you hit home, and then boom, the tires go out.
Nah.
Well,
Thanks,
I mean,
government.
it's not like a relay where tires just all of a sudden, oop, we're not tires anymore. We don't work.
Yeah, right.
I'm so glad I got checked because, man, I was so unsafe. And thank you for telling me I was so unsafe.
Moo, we thought they made the pendant that's red, or a sign off a piece of cardboard that said "unsafe at any speed" to hang around your neck.
No, that was the Corvair.
No, that was made for you. Just because you threw it on your Corvair doesn't make it true.
It was a Chevette. I changed the tag.
There you go.
Oh, so you're the reason I can't find any goo off.
Yeah. What are you getting your kids, Moo? You getting your kids any gun stuff?
Well, no, I bought my daughter a new bumper for her car when she crashed.
Oh, that's right. That's true. I forgot about that.
$1,400. And my son, I'm just giving him $500.
Oh, there you go.
He's
Can't
21.
beat that.
He's moving from the armpit of Detroit over to Ann Arbor.
The slightly less armpit of Michigan.
Right. And that's about it. I mean, it's kind of hard to shop for adult children, you know.
Yeah.
All the shit they want is usually much more expensive than stuff that you might actually want.
Cash is king, man.
Need to go get a big red bow, put it on your daughter's bumper.
Yeah. There you go.
You know, a part of me, man, it was like I wanted to keep that bumper that was like half off. And just hang it from the garage door.
Hang it from the Christmas tree as an ornament.
Look, dear, what this ornament that your little baby girl made for us.
Just paint on it. Did you check your mirrors? That way when she's backing out, she has that reminder.
I'm like, man, if your car only had a backup camera. And she goes, God damn it, I know it has a backup camera.
Oh, shit.
But I backed it out of the garage, out of the driveway, and the blind spot in her car is right where she hit the mailman.
Oh.
Moo, why are you having your children running over federal employees?
My my security camera caught it totally all on video. I should post that on my first YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you should always post potential felonies on the interwebs.
You should.
The mail truck. You can hear it. You can hear the mail truck beeping the horn and yelling out the window, "Hey!" And then all of a sudden, bam!
Why didn't he just move? If he had that much time to do all that.
Well, it was a chick. I mean, she's got to be like 22, 23 years old. She said she was putting it in reverse right when my daughter hit her.
First of all, they're government employees. They don't move for you. You move for them.
Right.
Yep.
You should put it on Instagram. Not Instagram. Put it on YouTube, and we'll leave a whole bunch of mean comments, and then you can send her the link to the video, and she can watch it.
I don't know. I don't know what drunk ass chick was
license.
driving this, but she had to have some baby shoes in order to not be able to hit the braking time.
To
God
break
damn it.
baby shoes. Yeah.
I'm gonna get her an application for Swift.
We don't have that many ditches around here. You can't go in the ditch.
Well, maybe some nice culverts or drainage areas or planed low spots.
So she just Venmo'd me $150 going towards her $1,400 worth of damage on her car.
I mean, it's a start.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's got 2 jobs and going to school full time. So, it's like,
So she's
"Can I
whoring
give
on
you
the side for that
$150 a week?
$150.
$150 a week until I get it paid off." I'm like, "You just do whatever you can, whatever." She goes, "Nope, $150 a week." She's like determined to pay that off. She's so pissed at herself.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks, man. It sucks that it's something that had to get fixed too. You know what I mean? And you couldn't just sort of put it off a little bit. It's a shitty time of year for something like that to happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's a brand new 2020 Chevy Trax. She had it for exactly 1 week when she crashed it.
Yeah.
Wah wah.
You hear so many stories about people crashing brand new cars and motorcycles too. A lot of guys lay over brand new motorcycles, just not used to it or not experienced enough, and they go out and buy a bike, and next thing you know, they ditch it going around a turn or something, or catch a curb. It's crazy. One of the things that it's funny about motorcycles, and I mean, you being a rider, you'll understand this too, is like you go where you look, right? Like I've heard people say that, like you ride where you look. So if you're riding and you look somewhere, like a lot of times that's where you naturally will kind of drift off to. And what happens is people go around turns and stuff, or they whatever, and they see that they're going to be close to something. They're going to be close to catching a curb, or they're going to be close to going off of the asphalt into some gravel or something. And they focus on it. Next thing you know, they're slamming into it, or they're going right into it. It's crazy. It's like self-fulfilling prophecy almost.
My favorite is the guys that think their bikes came with automatic kickstands.
What's that, barbecue?
Oh, I said my favorite is the guys that get a new bike and they think it came with an automatic kickstand.
There's an awful lot of bikes get laid over when you're parking them. When the guys park them into, they park them in the grass or something, and they don't think, they just put the kickstand down and hop off, and the kickstand sinks down into the dirt. Fucking thing falls over, or, a lot of that happens. Or if you park, I've seen a lot of guys park on hills where, not a lot of guys, but I've seen guys park on hills facing downward, and they get off their bike and the bike creeps forward a little bit, just enough to fold the kickstand back, and the fucking bike falls over. Man, that's a bummer. I was like, what are you doing?
When I first got my last road bike, I went to Walmart, parked it in the parking lot, came out, and she was at a 45-degree angle when I got back out because the kickstand sunk down into the asphalt.
Oh, no shit. Real hot out.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they make those little foot pads where you can put underneath your kickstand.
Yep, and they clip on. You can clip them on or strap them onto like the frame or whatever, so you always have it. I can't remember what they're called. They're kick plates or something, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, the ones we made, we just put idiot pad on there.
Mm.
That was one of the.
So when I came out of Walmart and I was all strutting my stuff, and my fucking bike was like sunk into the tarmac.
A lot of insurance companies just give them away now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you go to any kind of motorcycle rallies or motorcycle shows, like that's the kind of stuff that they give away for free. They have them at all the booths and stuff like that. Yeah, I had one from I forget who it was. some insurance company, Progressive or something, you know.
Leftist.
Yeah.
How many horsepower did your bike have, Midnight?
171 at the tire.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Mine had 145.
Yeah. And that was stock. I didn't have anything done to that bike other than
Yeah,
pipes.
me too.
And that was
crazy.
Yeah, I took it over to the shop I bought it from. Every year they did a open house and a demo day where you could take your bike over to put it on the demo or the dyno.
Yeah.
And the dude that sold it to me wanted me to bring it over. He's like, hey, you should bring your bike over and put it on a dyno. I was like, all right, whatever. And they give away prizes. They give away prizes to, whoever has the top one in every category. And I took it over in the morning and they put it on the dyno and it came up at like 171 horsepower or something, which is fucking crazy.
Oh, in the morning where it's nice and cold. And,
yeah, nice and chilly. And a dude brought some tricked out ZX12 and had like 179 horsepower or something, but he had a bunch of work done to it.
Yeah,
but that was a nice bike too. Yeah, that was what's crazy. That was what's crazy about it. I mean, it was the same motor as a Hayabusa. It was the 1340 cc Suzuki. They were geared a little bit different. Mine wasn't geared quite as high. Like the top speed wasn't as much as like a Hayabusa would have been just because of the way it was geared. But that bike was so nice. It was so nice to have something that just you didn't have to ride hard. You didn't have to, open it up to get the power out of it. And I mean, I never rode really hard. I'm just not that kind of rider, but you want it there when you have it on the highway and you want to get up and go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah, that was nice. Yeah. I was actually online the other day looking at bikes, just sort of window shopping, just looking to see what's out there now. Some really nice stuff out there. Suzuki Boulevards are really nice. I was looking at those. They're really sharp.
Yeah,
looking.
I mean, you've done the sport bike. You want a bike, but be comfortable and just dick around town or whatever.
Yeah.
At this point, and I'm in the same. Yeah. I'm in the same camp.
Well, and you get to the point where you kind of want something with. You want something with some storage on it or whatever, maybe, you know what I mean? So you can put some saddlebags on it and actually be able to take some shit with you if you want to,
Well, my bike was that FJR 1300, which had the saddlebags on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that bike was fucking kick-ass. But, yeah, it's gone.
Do you still have a bike or no?
No. My wife hated it, so I had to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
When we moved last time.
Yeah.
But no, now I'm looking at more like an enduro, like a KLR or a DR or something like that.
Yeah, I had an enduro. I had an on-road off-road when I was a kid. I rode it as a dirt bike. It wasn't great for what I was using it for. I used to foul plugs a lot and stuff because I just never, I don't know. It wasn't a good fit for what I was trying to do with it. I liked it, but it wasn't great for crawling around in trails and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at something I can, probably 95% do on the road. And then when I go up to the cabin, rip around some trails and stuff,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and there's some really nice stuff out there now. I mean, there's a lot more. Like when I was younger, and when mine was, I think, a 200cc or something like that, there wasn't as many options as there are now. I mean, now you can get up there, you can get something that's in like the 500cc range or 400cc range, and that would be pretty perfect for that. Like it's enough power that when you're on the highway, you don't feel like you're getting blown by on cars, but at the same time, it's not too much to ride on a trail.
Exactly.
Like 400 would be nice.
Yeah, 400, perfect. I mean, because when you lay it down on the trail, you want to be able just to pick it up, you know.
Yeah.
You know, some of these new ones, like the super, you know, I mean, some of those KTMs, and I mean, they're like 650 pounds, you know.
Yeah.
Like I lay it down, I'll just be calling Uber or something.
Well, and that's the thing. When I was a kid, when I was young, I started out my first dirt bike. My first dirt bike was a Kawasaki KX80, I believe it was.
Nice.
Just a little dirt bike. And I went from that, and then I started once I outgrew that, I started riding an older Kawasaki 125. And I just remember like that move from the 80 to the 125 was like, I remember, you know, my uncle and my parents and stuff saying like, you can ride it, but you better be able to pick it up when you lay it over, you know, or you're going to be out in the middle, and you're going to be out in the middle of the woods stuck walking back, you know. And that was, you know, that was kind of the stipulation. And it's funny when you, if you've ever seen somebody properly pick up a bike, it's so easy when you use the leverage and you use your body weight.
Yeah.
But if you just try and muscle them up, they're hard to get up, man.
Yeah, when you see somebody like grab the handlebars and try to like pick it up, you just laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you lean into it. You put the bike behind you and basically stand up and almost deadlift it or something. You can get it doesn't take a very big guy to get a bike up if you're really careful.
Yeah, I went from a CT70 to a Kawasaki 175, and I wiped that thing out a few times.
Oh yeah, I've had a couple of nasty ones. I've got a couple burns on my leg because it was an older bike with the muffler was not like the new ones where they're shielded really well. This was just a fucking steel muffler. And I laid it over once going across a field and I went ass over tin cups, man. I hit a rut the front wheel went into the rut and turned, and I just went over the front of it, you know. And when it came down, it landed on my ankle. That muffler landed right on my ankle. And basically like I could hear it sizzle. I'm like, oh my God, man, did that hurt, dude. And I pulled my foot out from underneath the bike, and it was just like raw, like red meat. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was instant blister, man. But my last bike, my B King, was the only thing. I think it's the only thing I've never wrecked. I've wrecked everything else I've ever owned. You know, nothing major. Yeah, Suzuki B King, that's what it was.
Oh, dude, those are cool.
Yeah, it was a bitchin' bike.
God damn.
I had the Two Brothers exhaust on the back, the stainless steel pipes that were really nice. The factory pipes are goofy as shit.
Great pipes, yeah.
Yeah, the factory pipes were goofy as hell, but the Two Brothers were really nice. Polished stainless, they were really nice.
Yeah, Two Brothers made a great exhaust for that FJR too. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I didn't pull the trigger on them, but I wanted to.
They were already on it when I looked at them, and they didn't. They knocked off installation. They're like, well, they're already on the bike. We won't charge you for installation if you want them on, because if you don't want them, we're going to have to spend the time to take them off and put the other ones back on anyway. So we'll just give you a deal on them. So I was like, all right, go ahead. It was another couple $100, so that was it. So, you know, but they, I wrecked my Kawasaki. I wrecked the other ones. I even a 4-wheeler. I mean, yeah, you name it, man.
Oh yeah. I had a 3-wheeler.
Yeah, we had a 3-wheeler too. My first street bike was a Katana 750, and I never wrecked it, but like I laid it over once or twice because it was my first street bike. You know what I mean? You're not used to it. It's so big. It's so heavy. You're used to dirt bikes and stuff. And then I went from the Katana 750 to a Suzuki Bandit 1200, like a naked bike. And I did lay that one over once at work.
Oh, shit.
And I wasn't going fast, but I hit some limbs, like some limbs fell from a tree, and I only had my right hand on the bars because I was literally going through like behind the restaurant, like in the parking lot kind of area, you know, but there was a bunch of trees overhanging. And so I only had my right hand on the throttle, and I had my other hand like kind of on my hip. And when I went and I sort of made a turn, I hit some branches. I hit this branch, and when I did, the back end skipped out a little bit, and I just, just the motion of it, I grabbed a handful of throttle, and the whole bike kicked out, and I went down on my belly, ended up getting all scuffed up, and
you're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was just like it was just enough because it was asphalt to get me all scuffed up and pissed off, you know what I mean? And scratch the shit out of the bike, scratch the shit out of everything. Then I went from that. Then I had traded that one in because I started having trouble with it where I was starting to put money into it. And I traded that one in on the B King. Yeah, Black Cat here. Hold on a second.
Black Cat? What the hell?
Black Cat?
The first bike that I had for the road was actually a 87 Yamaha XT 600.
Nice.
Yeah, friggin' wheelie machine. Because you're talking about an enduro bike with a 600cc motor.
Yeah.
Friggin' absolutely nuts.
Yeah, my cousin had a KTM or a Kawasaki KX 500.
Damn.
And that, yeah, I was pretty young when he had it. He didn't have it very long once I was riding. He had started riding four-wheeler. But he used to tell me all sorts of crazy stories. He's like, oh my God. He's like, that was so much bike. He's like full two-stroke, full dirt bike, you know, just crazy. He was like, it was just too much to be ripping around trails on. He's like, you just found yourself, you know, really having a hard time handling it. It's a lot of dirt bike. I mean, 500 cc's is a lot, even if it's an enduro or whatever. But holy shit, as a two-stroke, you know,
two-stroke, yeah,
it's a lot of power. Power
bank kicks.
You guys ever see those bikes where you're like they're like three wheels, but like it's one wheel in the back and two wheels in front, and you're sitting down like you're driving a car?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Facebook friend who like drives one of those. He lives in Laredo, and he's a cop over there, and he drives with his kids or his wife, you know, driving around and stuff, you know, around town and stuff. And I said, wow, that looks pretty cool, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good on Black Cat.
Not much. Heading into work.
Into work, yeah.
Figured I'd stop in. There's gonna be an hour of everybody saying goodbye anyway. So,
so where are you heading to tonight?
I had to head down towards Baltimore, kind of Baltimore, DC area. I'll be going by your place, and yeah, I expect pancakes in about 2.5 hours.
Here you go. You should stop in and see. Kingpin.
Actually, I have stopped and seen Kingpin in in the pre-COVID days, but when everything was okay to stop and see somebody.
Yeah, in the before times. I know we just went to takeout only again Friday. Friday was our last eat-in night, so we're back to scraping by, I guess. Sucks.
There's a couple restaurants around here that just said, fuck it, they aren't closing.
Yeah, I'll be 100% honest. If it wasn't our liquor license, I think we probably would too. I shouldn't say we probably would. I say it would be more of a possibility. Losing the liquor license would be, I mean, that would be the kiss of death, though. So,
well, yeah, there's other stuff attached to you guys. So,
yeah. Well, that's with also. I mean, that's what I was saying to the wife tonight. Pennsylvania having liquor license or the LCB, the Liquor Control Board, having them be such pricks about everything just makes it so much harder. A lot of other states that don't have so many stipulations, or they don't have the LCB hovering over them, don't have it quite as they don't have to be quite as stick to the rules.
I would almost say if there was enough businesses that would do it, the LCB would even be stuck. Like they wouldn't be able to pull all the liquor, because there's only so many liquor licenses per county in PA, and they go for a shit ton of money, and the LCB gets money when they transfer hands. So if enough businesses said, nope, we're not doing it, then they'd almost be stuck because they'd lose out on all that money from the liquor licenses,
Yeah, it would have to be a hell of a lot of businesses. And we've had that conversation at work, and it's just, it's like, man, what if everybody just got together and said, hey, we're just going to do what we're doing, and do everything as safely as we possibly can, and just keep on going. But, they pull your damn liquor license, and when you do have dine in, and your business is going to be cut in half to begin with, we, I guess, Wolf is feeling better. I guess he survived COVID. Yeah.
I don't even want to get into it. I would be amazed if Wolf ever actually fucking had it.
That's what a lot of people said. And what's funny is they were saying that he had family over for Thanksgiving and, all kind of stuff like that you're not, quote unquote, you're not supposed to do, his kids in college that came home and didn't quarantine and all that kind of stuff. So just like everything else, do as I say, don't do as I do,
pretty much. I think it's the way that he does it is just such bullshit. It's arbitrary. Like there's places around here that have huge, festival tents set up outside with propane heaters now.
Right.
And somehow you don't catch the virus if you're sitting around assholes to elbow under a tent with people. But if you go inside, you're going to die. I mean, there's no so arbitrary the way that he does shit that it's hard to take anything he does seriously anymore.
Well, that, and he's very, I don't know. He's just such a shady, snotty guy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't like him.
It's like the first shutdown. My wife's business was shut down for 2 freaking months, and his cabinet shop was working because that was essential. It's all the same bullshit. Like, and it was arbitrary then too, because my wife was shut down. For anybody that doesn't know, my wife is a massage therapist. Her business was shut down, but the chiropractor up the road from her was allowed to be open for some reason, and they do the exact same fucking thing, except she doesn't even have a waiting room, so it's usually just her and one person at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks, man. I'm tired of it. I'm super tired of it.
But she was the same way as with the liquor licenses. She shut down because she was scared that they'd pull her licensing too, because she has to be licensed to do that.
Yeah.
this time, I don't know. She's not, whatever. She's not on the list for shutdown this time, but we're at the point where even if she is, she's just won't advertise or anything at this point. Like you can't shut down 3 weeks before Christmas, you know.
Yeah.
2 weeks before Christmas.
Pew Pew Park says just put out a sign that says official, mostly peaceful protest location on the restaurateur that stops the. Yeah. Yeah, there's an awful lot of places, and that's like I said, if it wasn't such a scary thing to lose the ability to sell alcohol, I'm sure there's a lot of restaurants out there that would be doing stuff like that. They would be doing like protest location, stop in and protest here,
Now, did you guys hear that supposedly after Wolf's first COVID test where he tested positive, he had 3 more done and those 3 came back negative?
No. Oh, I did hear that he tested positive and then tested negative at least twice. Yeah. But I don't know how close together they were. You know what I mean? Like if he took one and then didn't take another one for 2 weeks or something, I don't know that.
Depends on which. There's 2 different. What some people don't realize is there's 2 different tests too. It depends on which one you take. One is a lot more accurate than the other one.
There's apparently at least 3 different kinds. Somebody was telling me that they've seen a saliva test. They've seen the one where you go into the back of the nose, like and looking all up into your brain. That's the one I had. And then ones that you just swab the inside of the very inside of the nose. I don't know which one's more accurate than the others. I don't really know.
I don't remember which one. I've never seen the saliva test. They do the 2 with your nose here.
Mm-hmm.
I know one is more accurate than the other one. It just depends on what your symptoms are. Usually the difference is usually one they have to send out and one they can test right there. Like you'll get results the next day from one. The other one takes a couple of days. They have to send it out and stuff. That's like the super accurate one, but usually you only get that if you're in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. White Dog Indoors, Guns and Barbecue.
Yep.
That's racist.
It was North Mexico AK girl earlier. But you're next to me now, Black Cat, so.
I don't think.
All right, well, don't be getting all touchy-feely. I bite.
In the fun way or in the not fun way?
Depends on who it is, Abe.
It's always fun if you ask me.
I'll keep that in mind next time we see each other.
Oh man. All right. Let's shut this shit show down. Let's take the football away from the monkey.
No, mine. Fuck off.
All covered in white stuff. Can we just let him keep it?
That's no bueno. That's no good.
Hey, it was your fault for buying the mega bottle of white out.
I thought it would be a good coloring utensil.
Use it for finger paints.
Guns of Barbecue, I know you can't see where you're petting the cat or the monkey, but you got to move a little higher, bud.
Shut up.
All I knew, it was purring and making a bunch of monkey sounds. I was like, all right, this must be a good spot.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you guys got anything to plug? You guys got anything going on?
Niet.
Guns and Barbecue, you got anything rocking and rolling for you?
Oh, just same stuff as usual. 3 videos a week and whatever else I decide to throw in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it, really. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Black Cat, you got anything going on other than hitting the
No.
road here?
Yeah. Well, if I ever get a chance to stop working, I do have some stuff to edit and put out. I did put out a YouTube short video yesterday. It's the first time I tried that. So I don't know if that actually pops up on the shorts thing or I don't know. It got views, so it must be popping up somewhere.
Moo said he watched
the elephant
something.
rifle.
Yeah, I saw it. Moo watched it and he said something popped up in his shorts, so it must be good.
Mm-hmm. Did I didn't know what it was.
It
looked like a cave.
I have that effect on cows sometimes. Don't ask me why. Also, if you watch that video, you got to hear a cameo because John Z's voice is the voice behind the camera on that one. He was the one shooting the video.
Yeah, that sucks so bad that I haven't been able to make it up there. It's to get to that shoot with you guys. I would that'd be fun. I bet the wife and little guy would like to do it too. They'd have a blast up there. He'd think it was awesome seeing all the cool guns.
It's the third weekend in July every year. You can plan it out in advance. We do it pretty much the exact same weekend every year.
Now all I got to do is get fired, and then I can have Saturdays off. So it'll be good.
Well, there you go.
Well, if you just keep sticking your finger in the pickle slicers.
That's true. Do it like Randy the Ram style from the Wrestler.
The way our asshole governor is, you might be shut down by third weekend in July. You might be able to make it this year.
He's trying his best. It seems like. I mean, it's. I guess they just don't get that people got to pay their bills, man. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell their plan. I don't know what their plan is. It's funny. Everybody talks about how bad Trump's plan was and how shitty a job he did and how he didn't do things the right way. But I don't see anybody else coming up with anything awesome. I don't hear anything about what they would have done other than, we would have done a better job. Like, well, what the fuck? Okay, what would you have done? Throwing a bunch of money at it. Yeah, throwing a bunch of money at it. It's not fixing anything.
Well, they're not even throwing a bunch of money at it. They're playing. Look at how much they argue over what COVID when we get the relief bills for stuff.
Yeah,
it's throw a bunch of money at our special interests, and then whatever's left over, we'll throw to the people that actually need the money to get by.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a shame. I mean, if they were gonna pump a bunch of money into it, pump a bunch of money into the people that are the most high risk and keep them safe and I don't know, try and move through it, I guess, somehow. And then everybody they said it'll be over when there's a vaccine, and the vaccine's coming out and everybody's worried about taking it. I really worry that I worry about people that are going to be required to take it for their jobs, to continue to work, like hospitals, and if they do it for teachers or whatever, who knows? Who knows who they're gonna require to take it? Like, it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, they might say, like, college students, you need to take it if you're gonna go to school.
Yeah. Well,
it might just become part of the vaccine schedule too for students. I mean,
yeah,
you can't go to college if you didn't take your MMR vaccine either.
Right. Yeah. I was watching Dr. Drew Pinsky. Dr. Drew does a live show. I guess he does it every day. And, he's a pretty cool dude. He was saying how he doesn't believe that they're going to require, because children are so, they're not immune to it, I will say, but they're not susceptible. And, kids aren't getting sick with it like, other pandemics in the past. He's like, they probably won't mandate that kids have it, make kids have it, get vaccinated. But it's funny because, he says they shouldn't have kids be required to take it, and it's not an issue. And then on the other end of it, in government, they're trying to say that kids should be allowed to get the vaccine even if their parents don't know. They should just be able to go and get it, and that's crazy. He's got some pretty good views on it. He's definitely a proponent of wearing masks, and he believes it helps, and all this other stuff. But he also is pretty open, not open-minded. I wouldn't say. He's pretty firm on the fact that we shouldn't be 100% locked down like crazy. And he says we just got to get through it and take care of people, and it's just, I don't know. It's hard to imagine that we've been going through this for a fucking year, or whatever, 10 months, 11 months, or whatever.
I would tend to agree with them. I don't think the lockdowns work either, but it's kind of one of those things that, they could have framed it better. Let's put it that way. You wouldn't have all the pushback that they have against stuff if they would have come out and been honest about everything from the get-go instead of trying to politicize it. It's really both sides of politics ruined any chance that this could have ended well when they first started to politicize shit,
Yeah, it's something that should have been it shouldn't have been politicized at all. It's not something that should ever be. People's health shouldn't be politicized. That's, you know what I mean? That's something, and there's other stuff too, obviously, but that's something that shouldn't be politicized. Like that's doing a disservice to the citizens of the world now with this. But Pink is saying the vaccine is harder on kids than adults. I would imagine. I don't know if they've even. I don't know if they've even done vaccine trials on kids, though. I'm not sure. What's nice is if you've had it, there's only been a handful of people that have re-gotten it or come down with it again. So that's pretty promising. If you've already had it, then it looks like you're immune to it for a certain period of time at least. It's kind of reassuring.
Yeah, I haven't read any studies on specifically kids and the vaccine. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know what the age ranges were in the studies that they published, really, without going back. I did read the thing on. I actually read some of the study from the Pfizer one and from the what's the other company?
Moderna or something?
Moderna, yeah. That one actually looks even more promising than the Pfizer one, but the Pfizer one seems to be getting through quicker.
Pink out there says that, and it's giving people Bell's palsy. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. I didn't research it at all, but I did see that quite a few people develop palsy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which some people come back from, they recover from fine, 100%. Some people never come back from it. They have that paralysis forever. I don't know. There's an awful lot of stuff in vaccines, man.
Yep.
Like what?
Gary.
I don't want to get into a vaccine chat, but I've gone back and forth with a lot of people on that. Like, I used to have people tell me about the mercury in vaccines, and when you look at the actual numbers in the vaccine, it's less mercury than you'd get eating the Friday fish special. You'd have to eat 100 Friday fish specials, or get 100 vaccines to get the same amount of mercury you get from the Friday fish special at the local restaurant.
I don't know enough about it. I mean, I know some kids have reactions to vaccines, not necessarily like mercury or anything like that, but it's just like anything else. Some people have reactions to them. So the CCP vaccine has bad jizz in it. That could be true. You get it straight from China.
The actual does anybody actually look the vaccines that they're coming out with for COVID are mRNA vaccines, which that's actually a lot different than anything that you normally would take as a vaccine. Like, I don't want to get into a whole science discussion on it. But
Yeah, I've heard it's very different, but I can't remember why.
There's very little in it other than the actual compound with the mRNA chain in it, which is just the whatever their proprietary mRNA chain is, enclosed in a lipid layer, and saline is basically what's in it. That's it. It's the mRNA that kind of activates it's basically the idea is it activates the same spike proteins that the virus kind of bonds with to make you sick. It makes your body kind of make it on its own so the virus can't bond. I haven't had chemistry in a long time, so I'm probably not the person to really delve into it, but I had enough that I read it and I understood what it was saying, but it's been 25 years, you know?
Yeah. All right. Let's get this out. Let's get the hell out of here. You guys, Black Hat, you got anything coming up?
Giggity.
Giggity.
No, I don't know. I do have a couple videos to get out. I don't know when they'll be out. Who the hell knows? I'm working between the lockdown and Christmas and snowstorm coming. The odds of me having more than a couple hours off to sleep on a daily basis are slim to none. So maybe I'll put another short video out or two here in the coming week and see how those do. Other than that, I'll have more stuff out here as soon as I can.
Yeah, that's cool. If you guys don't have anything else to add, Ape, you want to take us out?
I suppose I could. I mean, haven't been anywhere in 3 weeks. Suppose. Never heard that word before? Suppose.
Come on, Ape. You can do it.
Suppose.
Come on, Ape. Take us all out. We need to go out and get something.
You can do it.
No. All of you together couldn't afford me. Sorry.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Hey, I got to jack prices up. Everybody else is. It's inflation. Ladies and gentlemen, and Jonases of all ages, thank you for watching Midnight Range TM's The Closer. This includes our irregular scheduled program, or program that's irregularly scheduled, however you want to put that. But we'll be back sometimes later. Maybe that's both a promise and a threat to some of you peoples. Gun Channel's Monday night programming lineup at 5 p.m. Eastern. We have hasty headlines unless Matt has something else to do. At 7 p.m. Eastern, it's the Polite Society podcast on Facebook. At 8 p.m. Eastern, it's Clover Tax MOA Monday on Instagram, sometimes on YouTube. And Hawaii Volcano Squad's been doing some stuff off and on. At 9 p.m. Eastern, it's Never Enough Ammo, a.k.a. Mr. Matt's Guns and Geek podcast, The Week in Geek. Get ready to listen to another hour and a half or so of why this episode of The Mandalorian was apparently the greatest episode of The Mandalorian ever, even though I strongly disagreed. Agreed?
Damn Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It felt like the season
at
finale.
10 p.m. Season finale is actually next weekend. At 10 p.m. Eastern, it's the newly retooled Ellis Hatfield show. Don't ask him anything about work. He gets secret squirrely about it. And every weeknight at midnight Eastern is the Daily Gun Show. Check out GunTube.org as a free and unrestricted Pro-2A video platform. If you like what you see, go over to Patreon and, I don't know, like throw them a buck or a rand or a Canadian dollar, whatever currency you choose to print your dead people on.
Have a crown.
For cool and unique 2A swag, go over to gearwebsites.com. That's gearwebsites.com for cool and unique 2A swag. And remember, hot dog is sandwich, Slim Jim is candy, and please, dear God, remember to let your Christmas fudge cool before you bite into it. Many people over the years have gotten horrible, horrible facial burns by biting into their instant street fudge before it's cooled.
Damn facial burns.
You do not want to mess with fudge burns.
No fudge burn.
No burn fudge.
And as a side note, that's actually what Two Live Moo's nickname was in high school. He called him Fudge Burn.
Yep. All those guys are dead now.
And on that note, all right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll check you guys next week. See you later.
Adios,
Bye.
Felicia.
Later,
Adios.
losers.